at the bar, but Bob denies everything. He then goes to Nadia's to drop Rocco off. He mentions Eric Deeds, starting a small argument with her that concludes with Nadia leaving in a huff. After telling Marvin about this mishap, Umarov shows up at the bar. Bob offers him a drink and the money, which he accepts and comments on how the next drop job is during the Super Bowl night. Bob stops by to pick up Rocco, and Nadia apologizes for her attitude. He's just concerned about her relationship with Deeds and that Deeds is harping on Rocco. Nadia confesses that Deeds used to be her boyfriend, but after a while, their relationship became complicated, so they split up. Bob doesn't judge her and says neither he nor Rocco blame her for anything. She asks him about his relationship with the bar, and Bob tells her that Marvin is actually his real cousin, so they've known each other for a long time. Bob used to be in a crew before, which managed to make a buck back in the old days, but he gave up that life, and now he just hangs out at the bar. In parallel, Marv is looking for Fitz, one of the accomplices in the robbery, who tells Marv about his brother's disappearance. Marv tells him about the Super Bowl job, but Fitz prefers to keep his distance. Before leaving him, Marv asks to close the car's trunk, but when Fitz does so, Marv runs him over from behind, leaving the crime scene in a new car. Bob leaves Nadia at her house, and when he returns, he finds the umbrella that Deeds took a few days ago in Rocco's cage. Marv meets Deeds in a coffee shop and tries to have a dialogue with him. Apparently, Deeds doesn't like the idea of Bob feeling superior with his dog, so Marvin offers him a solution to their problem. Detective Torres manages to get his hands on Deeds' file and is curious by what he reads, knowing something else about his story. Bob goes to Deeds' house, and Deeds tells him he will let all go if he gives him 10 grand the next day. If he doesn't, he'll go to the police and have his dog back to torture it at his pleasure. Bob then visits Marv and explains that they will have temporary employees for the Super Bowl night. Bob tells him about his suspicions regarding the robbery and how Marv had something to do with it, but Marv gets angry and asks him to leave. Instead of going with Bob for the money, the next morning Deeds breaks into Nadia's house and